Hey you guys, in this section of video we're going to be building the temperature sensors and the moisture sensor probes in such a way that they have longer lines. We're basically going to extend the line with Cat 3 cable. So the stuff that you're going to need is Cat 3 cable. This is fairly cheap, it's weatherproof. I got the weatherproof type, it's not all weatherproof. And Cat 3 means that it has 3 twisted pair lines in it, cords in it, and that means that there's going to be a total of 6. There's 3 pairs. So there will be 6 total copper lines in here that are insulated, and so that gives us enough cable or enough lines in there to handle a moisture sensor or whatever type of sensor. The moisture sensors are going to have 3 coming out, because their circuitry is built a little bit differently. There's a resistor in here in the circuit that comes out, so you'll have an analog out pin coming from that resistor. And then the thermistor line only has 2 in it, and that's why we need to put a 10k ohm resistor in the circuit where we plug into the sensor bay. So this one will only have 2, and so either way the Cat 3 cable has 6, so it can extend either one of these. Where we connect it, we're going to shrink wrap it. So this is some heat shrink wrap tubing. We'll place it along there, hit it with some heat from a lighter, and it's going to clamp to the wire. Before we do that, we're going to add some liquid electrical tape, or you can also use silicone right here, and that's going to make it to where when it seals it'll be waterproof. In order to solder it, we have our handy dandy little crab clamp guy right here that's going to help us get the soldering straight. You'll need some solder right here. This has a flux core and it's fairly thin, so you can add it on really quick and it makes smaller connections without getting real goopy on the end of the soldering iron. You want to be in a ventilated area for this. I think the flux or something in here has a strange chemical that you don't want to be breathing too much of when it melts. You get a soldering iron. This one's pretty nice because it has an LED light on it, so you see what you're doing kind of. And then you'll want a cord stripper right here. This is my Klein tool. It's got all of the different types of cables and gauges in it. Alright, so that's what you're going to need, and that's what we're going to do. Let's get started.